And so we have team coverage tonight. ABC 10's Kurt Rivera is in San Joaquin County, tracking conditions there. ABC 10's Devin Truby is in the Sierra, and meteorologist Carly Gomez has the weekend forecast.
Good evening. Thank you for ending your week with us. I'm Laura Painter.
And I'm Chris Thomas. We do have a lot to cover tonight, and we start with meteorologist Carly Gomez. We want to talk with Carly about just how things are looking for the weekend. Carly?
Yeah, it's a mixed bag, really. What we're getting is those storms continuing overnight into tomorrow morning. You will have a small break in time to get things done before the next system is set to arrive Sunday. All right, let's talk about this. We're still seeing that circulation of the low pressure system, mostly targeting areas of the foothill spots and the high Sierra tonight. Now you see a small opening here. This is allowing cold air to move in near the Bay Area, and we're actually starting to see some more areas of freezing and frost for those zones. But when it comes to the snow, we've seen a lot coming in. Snow totals from this storm system in the last 48 hours bringing about 35 inches in Homewood Ski, Boreal at 46, Palisades, Tahoe 26, Kirkwood 28, Bear Valley 30 inches. Now, for their entire season snowfall total so far, we're seeing anywhere from near 400 inches to almost 440 inches of snowfall. The winter storm warning still in effect until tomorrow morning, 4 a.m., but we have an added advisory here, a frost advisory till 9 a.m. for a lot of areas just west of Stockton. Areas near the Tracy Triangle going to feel very chilly tonight. Looking at our temperatures in the overnight hours, still scattered showers throughout the night, temperatures dropping in those low 40s, and we will see more shower chances in the morning before a very small break in opening for some clearing, mostly cloudy skies, but we will have a break from the rain before the next storm system arrives. We'll talk more about that coming up.
Okay, we'll check back in, Carly. Thank you. Keep in mind the winter storm made for dangerous conditions on I-80 between Colfax and the state line. The highway was closed for several hours.
And tonight it's back open for the most part as people travel through the Sierra. ABC 10's Devin Truby is in Applegate right now along I-80 where drivers have been stuck for hours. Devin, it's situations just like this that you want to be prepared. Were people you talked with ready? We know a lot of drivers were impacted.
That's such a great point, Laura. And we saw many drivers, they did have their own chains available, as well as car chargers, snacks, even one man who had a yoga mat to lay down so he didn't have to be in the snow when he applied his change. But as Caltrans will tell you, there's about 30,000 drivers that'll be on this route today, so I can't vouch for all of them saying they're prepared. And there's also about 6,200 semi-trucks that will use 80 to go over Donner Pass daily. But as you take a look here in Applegate, they're not traveling, they're parked due to chain control. The sounds of snow.
Louder, louder.
It's not all fun for travelers stuck on I-80. And for the rows and rows of parked semi-trucks that still can't get through, it's the sound of money leaving their wallets.
Tires ain't rolling, we don't make any money.
And Eli has been stopped since 6 a.m.
Besides fuel and food costs and all that, it's about maybe $300 or $400 a day.
It's even worse for Brian, who owns his semi, so he's shouldering the entire cost.
I'm supposed to either sit here, or if I drive down through Las Vegas, I go negative, I lose money. It's difficult. I'm chained up. I've been sitting here for about 4 hours waiting for him to open the road. I'm excited to get back to Utah.
He travels this route all the time, but says this storm is different.
This is the worst I've seen yet this year.
But it's not stopping people from having their weekend. Shen Wen and his wife have been stuck since 2 p.m. Thursday and spent the night at a hotel. We caught up with them while they were chaining up, hopeful that they'll be let through the roadblock.
I had for ski resort, Tahoe. Yeah, it's bad, but not worse.
Something else to note here is that a lot of districts right now were out on break for President's Week or that midwinter break. So many families that we spoke to said they're just out and in this traffic because they're trying to take advantage of that time off for family bonding and to ski and snowboard. Chris, Laura.
Yeah, in that case, it was really timed out well, so to speak. But we know that school districts that typically expect snow each year, they do have some snow days built in. Devin Truby live on I-80 this evening. Please drive and be safe out there. Thank you.
Well, meanwhile, it was an exciting day for people in Tracy. Portions of the Tracy Hills are now covered in snow. ABC 10's Kurt Rivera is live with more in San Joaquin County. Kurt, the low snow has people talking tonight, huh?
They sure are, Chris. We're in French Camp tonight near I-5, and behind me, take a look. this is the view that drivers along I-5 are seeing. Some snow on the hills surrounding the San Joaquin Valley at very low elevations. No, it's not Mount Everest, but rather Mount Diablo, covered in snow. And atop the Altamont Pass at 1,009 feet, cows, yes, but the white stuff here too, along I-580. Truck driver David Alcasis was hauling recycled batteries.
I've been living in the Bay for about 12 years. This is the first time I saw it like this morning. I mean, I'm used to it up on the, up headed to Reno and stuff, but not like this.
Truck driver Luke Francis was hauling new TVs from Stockton.
The low snow is just killing me. I've never seen the Altamont like this, never. So, I mean, I've seen, the other mountain, the higher up mountains, but not like this.
But perhaps the best view of it all, the lone home at the top of the pass owned by Jose Martinez.
I never seen anything like that before. I've been here for like 5 years and I never seen anything like that.
Up the road along I-5 into Stanislaus County, the west side of the county also had some hills covered with a blanket of snow. Janine Murphy heard about the low snow driving from her hometown of Monterey.
Then we pulled up and oh, there it is. I was so surprised.
Also surprised, but not in a good way, was Bill Lario of Sacramento. He was headed to LA for a rugby match featuring a team from his native Fiji. He had driven from 9 p.m. Thursday night, getting to the base of the Grapevine at 2 a.m. today, only to learn the mountain pass was closed because of, you guessed it, snow.
I was sad, but mad at the same time too, but we didn't want to risk it, so we were like, well, I guess it wasn't our plan.
Now, can you imagine having to drive that far and then having to turn around? No, you don't want to do that. So it's a good reminder to check the forecast ahead of time as well as road conditions. And the bottom line, Chris, if you don't have to travel tonight, you're right, don't. We're live in French Camp. Back to you.
Yeah, always bring a safety kit as well with blankets and extra water. Kurt, thank you.
Driving through many parts of California was challenging today, especially if you're looking to get out of the state. Driving into Oregon or Nevada was near impossible because of heavy snow on the interstates. And we've learned parts of I-80 close again in parts of the Sierra due to a crash, but also in the Grapevine. As that one man mentioned in Kurt's story, Southern California, that Grapevine closed, making trips to Los Angeles just really, really difficult. And here's another example of just how treacherous conditions are in the Sierra. Look at this traffic jam happening around 1 p.m. today in El Dorado County. All westbound traffic was held at Myers on Highway 50 and eastbound at Echo Summit because of a car fire right there. It took officials several hours to put that fire out and finally get traffic moving again. The highway is back open, just moving very slow.
Now, the snow is also impacting parts of the Bay Area. Some people living in the Santa Cruz Mountains say this is the first time they have seen snow in years. Locals say it's a beautiful sight, even the ones without power.
Pure white everywhere, taking pictures and for the short time enjoying it. Although I didn't have any power, I was on generator power for the whole time.
Yeah, just take it slow on the roads. Highway 9 was blocked yesterday after a pickup slammed into a guardrail.